Welcome to another episode of the Metal Roundup. And today we'll be talking about all things Spotify. 'Tis the season for Spotify Wrapped to happen. I've not seen the results of all of Drew and METALBIRB. Each of us have seen snippets of bits and pieces, but I'm hoping we can all savagely roast each other's terrible listening habits. That's what we're here to do. And then there's a couple other topics in the Spotify world that's popped up in the metal news we want to kind of talk about in this episode as well. So that's the plan here. Before we get to that, folks, what's been going on in your world, music-wise, for the last week or so? Perhaps Burb. We start with you.
I'm so glad you asked Burb first. I'm like, I had to think. I was like, oh shit.
I hung my guitars up instead of having them just kind of
look at that.
lay on the rack.
Are they drilled into the wall?
Yeah, they're drilled into the wall. I got to hang up my YouTube plaque a little bit better. Find like a better shelf or something.
Your acoustic is really...
Yeah, I'm trying to bump it up, but yeah, it's a work in progress. So that's pretty much everything that's been going on with me, man. It's the end of the year, so there's just like the list videos, best songs of the year, and all that stuff that I'm trying to come up with, which are so time consuming. It's just that kind of content and the Spotify rap stuff. So honestly, my world has not been that crazy in the past week, but maybe nice. Drew's has. No.
Sloth mug.
Oh, whoa, dude, that's so cool.
No, I've got a dose of the man flu at the moment, so I've just been staying indoors where possible. And since last week, nothing really been going on. Like Burb said, I'm kind of in end of year preparation. I love this time of the year for videos. It's so fun doing like just even thinking about what my album of the year is, what the song of the year is. I've done like breakdown of the year in the past just because I enjoy editing those videos, and chorus of the year. I don't know if I'm going to do that this year because they are so time consuming. Sometimes I've done like 50 songs and I'm like trying to edit them all together in a way that flows nicely. So I have a couple of video ideas. Obviously the Spotify stuff just dropped, so that was fun to do as well. Obviously we'll go through that in this video, but nothing crazy going on in my world. I think there isn't going to be a lot of new music releases. There usually isn't that much in December, if I recall.
Health is dropping an album, though.
Oh,
and
yes.
You've been on a health kick, Drew, which is sick.
Yes, I have. I've been on a health buzz in the music world, and in real life, I've been on the opposite because I am dying at the moment. But yeah, health, that'll be fun. That's the only album, I guess, that I will be checking out in December that I know of off the top of my head. There's a few left for the year that I want to get to. I know you just checked out the Netherwalker album, Burb, right? The deathcore one.
Yeah. Do you want me to spoil my thoughts?
I feel like it's one of those albums that I probably have a good idea of before even getting into it, but you can go ahead.
Well, it was very hyped. Like Orion told me I got to go check it out and stuff. Yeah. And, I love Disembodied Tyrant and Synestia, and I like some Lauren Shore too. Okay. It's more of that. Like, honestly, I think these guys are very talented, but it's not something I would highly recommend, but there's potential.
Yeah. I checked out the Battle of Tridem song when that dropped, when that was getting some hype, and I'd be checking out the album just for more like hilarious moments. I'm not sure how many more of those moments you can fit into an album, but yeah, I've been seeing a lot of hype for it as well. So I'm just curious, something a little bit different. I'd rather listen to something like that than something like run of the mill. But then again, my Spotify Wrapped says otherwise.
Oh man, I can't wait to get into it.
I don't know. Yeah. Steve, what about you, sir?
I've not ever heard of Netherwalker, so I don't really know what you're chatting there.
You
but
may have seen
up your alley,
at some points. Yeah, it's right up your alley, Steve. You'd love it.
I'm not getting that vibe.
It is like the vocal acrobatic song of the year. You may have seen a clip of it or something, but yeah, there's a hilarious clip of one of the moments, which, to be fair, for anyone who does know the song that we're talking about, it is in the context of what the song is about. It's supposed to be like in this forest section, and he's doing the vocal acrobatics, and it's supposed to be like some creature or animal. That's the vibe it's going for, I guess. So if you really let your imagination run wild, it makes sense in that context, but it is absolutely absurd. I'd love to see your reaction to it, Steve, just for the absurdity of it.
Okay, that's cool that there's some meaning to that, because I thought it was just like kind of just dumb. But
it is just dumb.
It is. Yeah.
I guess it's like cloaked in this veil of like, oh, it does actually mean something, so they can get away with it that way. But I mean, it went super viral, so
yeah,
I guess it kind of worked and got people interested in the album. But I wouldn't mind the song itself. Actually, I found quite fun leading up to that moment, and then they just make it like absolutely ridiculous, as most deathcore is these days. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out. You haven't inspired me much, but we'll see.
Yeah. And I'm getting the vibe it's not as overtly ridiculous in the way that like Abbey Falls would do with the insane call outs of madness.
Abbey Falls,
with a wink, like
Abbey Falls, yeah, like it's a little goofy, but like this one's like weird. Like it's more animal noises.
It's quite literally like, imagine the Abbey Falls noises and Lorna Shore with the like pig snarls and stuff. It is literally like ghouls in a forest. I can't even describe what it is.
It'll probably win Animal Noises of the Year for the Nocturnal Awards.
100%.
Yeah.
I voted on that. Did you guys vote? That's something we didn't even discuss. I know there's not much to discuss. It is just a popularity contest. But have you guys done your votes, or have you casted votes or seen any of the categories?
I haven't voted. I was watching your Twitch stream, so I watched some of the categories through that. I mean, a lot of it, I don't know. Yeah, if I have time, I might go and look and throw some votes down for the crack. But like, also, it's all right. I mean, not too fast about it. But yourself,
like, it's kind of. Oh, sorry, Burb, you go ahead. I did realize I just asked Burb and then just didn't let him talk.
Well, I was just going to say, like, I guess, like I did it last year. I don't know. I'm not like jumping on it, I guess. And no reason. I don't know. I'm just not really thinking about it too much. I guess I'm too preoccupied with my own stuff.
Yeah, it's an impossible task. That was what I was saying on the Twitch stream. I thought it was interesting enough to like actually put it on YouTube, just because there is some omissions from the list, like Vessel's not included in Vocalist of the Year, which I know when Nick did it in 2023. And the only reason I think it's such I guess, an important talking point is it is objectively fucking huge. Like, there was 78,000 votes casted last year. I don't think, based on what I've seen, that it's going to reach that level this year. But is there a bigger award show, like, regardless of what you think of it and how it's done? I don't think there's not a bigger metal award show, unless you're like throwing the Grammys in there, I guess. But like specifically only metal related.
And he's got Boundaries playing live, which is fucking
is that confirmed?
Sick. Yeah, man.
Oh,
that's sick.
Shit. That's fucking sick, man.
Yeah.
It's super impressive.
That's very cool. I'd seen the video he did with Jesse Ali where they bleeped it out, and I was trying to figure out what he had said, because he did mention that there was a live band playing, and people were guessing in the comments and everyone got it wrong. So I didn't know it was Boundaries. That's very cool.
Awesome band too.
Yeah. But some of the categories, I feel like, again, when you have select categories and you can only pick X amount of people or bands or whatever it is for each category, you're going to have omissions. When there's 70,000 people voting, there's going to be people that are upset. But I do feel
Two wasn't in there for Drummer of the Year.
Drummer of the Year.
The only way it makes sense is if they won last year, then maybe you want to prevent that from happening every year. So last year's winners would not be eligible this year. But I don't know if that's the case for all of the noms.
Yeah,
to me, I kind of like that he left out Vessel and Sleep Token. Like I heard about that too, and I think just because in 2023 they absolutely cleaned up, and they absolutely would clean up again, and just be like kind of like people would be annoyed. It's just, but you know, Sleep Token are a very special band. They're doing something different, so in a way, maybe they do deserve to win. But
given it is a popularity contest, I think that is just the inevitable thing. Like because if they don't include, say, Vessel, and someone else wins, there's an asterisk there because he wasn't in and he probably would have won. Like, it's kind of, if the awards are a popularity contest, which they are, with the slight adjustment of nominations are not done by public vote. I think there's a collection of like Twitch chat suggestions and his own input, perhaps. So that's where the curation lies. But yeah, I don't know. It's odd, because if the case is that Vessel would win like 3 years in a row, well, then that's reflective of what's been going on in the last 3 years in the metal world. Yeah.
I think the issue and the caveat to those points about it being a popularity contest, and the next most popular person is just going to win anyway. The caveat to that I have seen is that with Sleep Token, because they have such a rabid fan base and such a massive fan base compared to the likes of even Dayseeker, which is a massive band, like Sleep Token wipes the floor in terms of like rabid fan base, which is saying a lot because even Dayseeker, Bad Omens, well, maybe Bad Omens is up there with like crazy fan bases. But I think the point what people were making is that with Sleep Token, people will just blindly vote for Sleep Token no matter what. Like, so they don't actually even interact with the list. It's not just like, oh, Sleep Token is the most popular band because the most people voted on them. It's like people will just go there. It'll be sent in the Sleep Token Discord, and 70,000 Sleep Token Discord fans will just go there without even actually assessing which is the correct or who they think should win based on their own thoughts. It's more just like, Sleep Token's in this list, guys, go and vote for them. So it skews it that way and ruins it that way, which is a bit disappointing. So I do get it. But yeah, it's an impossible task.
I see that. But on the flip side, though, if Sleep Token are, the most notable and impressive band of the year, they're not going to win it because of their fan base. That's unfortunate for them. But also, it doesn't matter. Like these awards shows, they don't really matter. Like,
I don't think that's matters to Sleep Token at all.
No.
It's supposed to be a fun thing. So.
No, for sure.
Vessel out there just crying the fact that he didn't get nominated.
Yeah.
Boy, Nick, special.
Yeah, I knew that was coming out.
Cut this fucking shit out, yeah?
I purposely said that thinking that you would bring out the impression.
Oh, God.
We got it, boys.
Listen, I'm not trying to be a cunt, but yeah. I don't know where he went there.
There he goes. He's off. Once he's off, it's just you let him go. Yeah, go on, Steve. Do it. Do it again.
No, we're done.
For now.
For now.
Yeah. So I've casted my votes. That'll be fun to see how that turns out. And other awards shows. That's it, really. It's Nick's award show. I know Bogdan does his. I'm not doing one. I think they're a lot of work.
I will shout out to Bogdan. He was the OG.
Yeah.
With the award show.
Awards. Yeah.
We might do a non-proper like big award show thing, but like a sort of we'll probably do a roundup of the year episode like we did last year, and we'll chat about who we think were the most notable things, but not as a big votey thing. Maybe we'll invite our Discord members to kind of vote on who they think are the most notable ones and see what that's looking like. Maybe we can throw out a public forum. I don't know, but just for the giggles, not anything serious. But it can be. I think it's fun to reflect on the year and see like how we think things have stacked up as a part of conversation. So we'll see what we do.
Yeah, and comparing it and contrasting it to our Spotify Wrapped is always fun because it's like, this is what I think what the album of the year was, and then it's like, well, your Spotify Wrapped suggests that you didn't listen to that much.
Yeah. It's wild.
Before we get to that, on my side, I went a couple of gigs that I didn't talk about last time because I was just about to go see Bad Omens and Bill Murray. So I did see that along with The Ghost Inside. Good gig. I made a review video on that if anyone's interested. But I also watched your video eventually, Drew. It's about 4 hours long, but I watched most of it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you had a good time. You're experiencing these live gigs and starting to really enjoy them, and I think it's great.
I know. Yeah, it's fantastic. But look, I mean, that's the last one we're getting for a while. So, yeah, it is kind of like a big event, I guess, especially in the 3 Arena in Ireland because there's like the odd gig. But yeah, I watched yours as well, Steve. And I think a lot of people's criticisms, there was very few, I thought, but I think a lot of people maybe were on the same page. I think you had mentioned maybe, so I don't know if it was you or I'd seen comments, some people slightly suggesting like some of the mixing on Gabby's vocals at certain moments for Bill Murray was like the only thing that I really had critical of it. I know you were a little bit more critical of Bad Omens.
I was more critical of Bad Omens than I expected to be going in. Like they did a good show. It's objectively like high quality production. They've thought about it really hard, but some of the VT stuff, in fact, most of the VT stuff is kind of lost to me. That's fine. That doesn't matter. I'm there for the music. But it was so polished sonically that I lacked a little bit of the humanity of the live performance, which then cooked into a lot of my criticisms of it. But like objectively, it's a good show. It's value for money, and like they did a good job. If you want to sing those songs at the top of your lungs and have Noah on stage singing them too, it's going to tick that box massively. But yeah, I've been spoiled a little bit. I've seen some incredible gigs this year, so it's kind of like, yeah, that was grand. But also, I'm a huge Bill Murray fan, and they went on after Bill Murray, and that's quite difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, you made a good point. I never really thought of it in that way with the Like it was almost perfect to a fault. Like there was
It's like watching a movie rather than being a live gig in a way.
Exactly. And also the videotapes that you mentioned, again, something that I took in the moment. I was watching them and I was like, okay. See, I always assume that I'm the outlier and I'm the dumb one in the room. But then when you hear someone else say that they didn't understand it, I'm like, oh, I should have given myself more credit. I actually had no fucking clue what was happening there. But like, I guess we've been following the music videos and they've all tied in. Maybe everyone's in on the lore. But like the average person just listens to the song on Spotify, like probably doesn't even watch the videos for the most part like we would, because obviously we're doing a reaction or whatever. So we're like attentively watching it.
Even that, I don't know what the fuck's going on, really.
Yeah, so I do really agree with that. That was something, again, I didn't take it in the moment, but the videotapes were like, I think comparing it to the likes of Bring Me, who maybe the theme was like made very obvious, and even if you didn't understand the story that they were telling, it was still a lot more engaging. It was like, oh, this futuristic robot, we get it, it's like a futuristic theme. It doesn't necessarily matter what she's talking about because it's trying to drag you into this world. Whereas the world that Bad Omens were creating was kind of just like, here's a really nice cinematic, abstract art, which looks great. Yeah. But just playing it before certain songs, yes, maybe this small subsection of people that are obsessing over the visuals are going to get it. But like, you have to assume that the majority of the people that are in like an 8,000 arena are going to be, it's going to be like a very tiny percentage of people that are going to get it. So it did just feel disjointed slightly in that way.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm glad you finally got to see Bill Murray live. It's very cool.
Yes. Off the list. But yeah, no, I'd definitely see Bill Murray again. Great band. Very good band.
Fun. They're just on the up and up. They're going to be even bigger in next year. No stopping them. And I also saw Stray from the Path's last ever show.
That's a big one.
Wild. Great gig. Yeah, there's a review on my channel if anyone's interested. But let's get on to the topic at hand. Spotify Wrapped. Now, what we have is each of us have our phones in front of us. So we're going to scroll through this so that we're on the same reveal and we'll talk about it. Actually, I don't know if it's worth doing we screenshot or just we always do this. I'm like, we have a plan, and then we start the episode like maybe we need to perfect this plan.
Open it up.
Should we screen record each of us while we do this, and then I could put visuals in?
We could easily just start screen recording our phones, and then we can figure it out after.
Ready?
We'll just screen record just in case.
3, 2, 1,
click.
Record.
Already recorded like 3 seconds ago,
2,
but yeah.
1. Okay.
Yeah, fine. Grand. All right. So we're gonna scroll and have a look at. Should we just skip to the first? Yeah. Scroll.
Let's sync. So it's like scroll. So pull down at the same time. Yep. So for the editing, Steve, it's gonna be. I'm trying to save you here. Okay. Why are you laughing at me? I'm trying to help.
Because we're still like, how do we do this?
No. So just. So
I feel like we're definitely overcomplicating this.
Steve,
we're looking like pensioners trying to use an iPad right now.
I was just thinking, just scroll, and then we could just talk about it.
I'm looking at how many minutes I've listened. Anyone else?
Yeah, we probably don't need this on the screen, but just in case, it's nice to have.
25,895 minutes.
Say again, please, sir.
26,000 minutes I've listened.
Okay.
Verb, can you top that?
No.
Okay.
I'm at 19,939. I am.
I'm cringing. I'm 18,686.
Oh, we are all fucking posers over here.
Before we get deep into this, I seen people comment. It's actually, I can't believe how much hate I got on a Spotify video. Like I was actually getting people like actually upset about my list. I was like, what the fuck? This is wild. Like I get like certain opinions of maybe certain songs or like, oh, you're talking shit or whatever. I get it. But a Spotify rap that is merely suggesting what I've listened to for a year is crazy to be getting abuse on. But people were like, this 18,000 minutes for a music reactor. This guy calls himself a music reactor. In our defense, we only listen to the music
on YouTube
or new music. On YouTube is one thing, I guess, when we're reacting to it. But like, we can only listen to new music. Well, we don't have to. It's not a fucking gun to our head. But I try to do that with metal music where I record my reaction. So there's a lot more that goes into it than just like, oh, new album drops. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to this other new album that's dropped. Let's listen to this another album that's dropped on a Friday. It's like, I need to make sure I'm recording, and then there's work that goes into it after. So
yeah, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't.
No, it does.
Does this include podcasts? This number, it probably does, right?
Yes,
Because
it
I
does.
listen to a shit ton of podcasts, like just as much or even more than music on Spotify.
Yeah, I don't listen, I do as well, but not on Spotify. So
I listen to a lot of podcasts as well, so my numbers are very low then. 18,000.
anyway, scroll.
All right, scroll. Taste like yours can be defined. All right, how many? Let's hear the genres. Okay, I'll start this one. I got a lot actually. 399.
Whoa, that's loads.
Yeah. There can't be 399 genres on the planet. Like,
I don't even know 399 genres.
Yeah, I don't even know like,
I know like
20.
6.
Like, yeah.
Name them all.
Yeah, that's insane. Steve?
I'm on 223 genres.
I suck. 207.
We're pretty close.
Yeah, but like I'm the lowest on everything here. Oh god.
Scroll.
Scroll. Okay, here we go.
Ooh.
Number
Your
one
top
genre.
genres. All right, we all know our number one, right? Our number one.
Metalcore.
Metalcore.
Metalcore. All right. Number 2.
Punk.
Steven?
Punk.
Rock.
Oh
Punk or rock?
shit!
I'm so punk rock, you fuckers. I really am. You're really badass and anti-system.
You do have like a little bit of a mohawk going on.
My chat's been saying like this is the universe trying to give me a mohawk. Like I should just do that.
Alternative rock in second for me.
Okay, I got a post-hardcore.
Okay.
Okay, yours sounds cooler. My number 3. I wonder where this has come from. My number 3 is alternative country.
Oh,
Okay.
Bill Murray.
Yeah, that's easy. Bill Murray.
My number 3 was cum metal. Imagine they had that as a category. Imagine they added that. That has to be like they have like 500 genres. Surely cum metal made it at this point.
Someone in some meeting room is like, guys, we can't. We can't.
No, someone in some meeting room was like, "What did he just say? Write that down."
But METALBIRB has said we should.
Okay, mine's pop R&B.
Pop
Number
and
3.
R&B. What?
Pop R&B. One thing. Pop R&B.
Sounds like he's saying or, but he's
R&B?
Irish.
That is
R&B. Pop R&B.
Please in
dude.
English, sir.
Steve, how do you say it? I had a voice crack there. Hold, that was close.
R&B. I don't say R&B.
R&B.
Pop R&B.
R&B. Is that weird for me? I don't
It's
know.
very Irish.
I'm self-conscious of that.
No, that's okay.
Okay, Burb.
Neoclassical. Not even just classical. Neoclassical.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. That was your 3. Right?
Neoclassical is like new wave classical, right? That's what neo stands for.
I don't know. I think
it is.
neoclassical, there's neoclassical riffage, which tends to be a little bit darker. That's how I know it. I think I found a playlist that was like dark thriller playlist. And all it is like kind of like this more dark sounding classical music.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
It's a good playlist.
Sounds lame. Number 4.
Ooh, roasted.
Number 4. I've got alternative rock.
Okay, that's my number 2. My number 4 is progressive metal.
Ooh.
Okay, dudes.
Ooh. You just got a little bit cooler there, Drew.
Yes.
You guys like jazz? That's my number 4.
Jazz.
Trying to sell me something on the side of you guys like jazz? Eh? I got that
You like
jazz. Prog metal. I'm so
right on.
fucking cool, man. Sweet.
Number 5, I have ambient, which I assume is because I have a day job and sometimes I put on like focus music. But I don't really know where that's coming from.
You like that ambient? You want that jazz? We got it all. All right. Well, my number 5 is a fucking. You wait until you hear my number 5, lads.
Hold up, let's guess.
I was going to leave it until the last one for suspense.
Oh, it's
So somebody else go, please.
Yeah.
There's no way you have a cooler number 5 than me.
What would it be?
Okay,
It would be
Bird,
something like
what's yours?
EDM. It would be EDM.
No,
It would-
see, you're never going to guess it. I don't even know what the fuck it is. I'm still trying to figure it out.
All right, well, we won't guess it then.
Okay, you guys go first.
All right,
I'll drop the bombshell.
all right, fine. Mine is not that cool. It's just lo-fi.
Okay.
Okay. You're lo-fi, I'm ambient. You're kind of in the same
Yeah.
realm. Drew, what is yours?
What was your number 5, Steve? Have you got something cooler?
Ambient.
Oh, that was your 5. Sorry. Yes. Mine's medieval.
Are you listening to like Greensleeves?
The only thing I can think of is that somehow the Mirror album got like filtered in under medieval or
But
some
that's
shit.
not. Oh, can you hold your phone up? Like it didn't even spell medieval
I think
right.
it's back. I think it's backwards. I think it's mirrored.
No, it's we see it. Medieval.
weird font.
Medieval.
I think that's medieval, right?
That's how you
wait,
spell it.
Medieval. Maybe that actually,
Yeah.
you know what? I did think this, and I was like, if I did an edit where I gave myself like knights and like armor and shit. I think I actually did spell that.
It's an older spelling of medieval. Okay.
Right. Oh, thank fuck.
Interesting. I
'Cause I
never saw
literally
that
edited
before.
my video around it being medieval. I put like medieval music in and shit, and no one called me out on it, so I guess it is medieval. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck that falls under. Apparently, I'm into medieval music. Yeah, weird.
You know, Mirar. How about Disembodied Tyrant and Sinestia? Were you listening to the Poetica stuff? It's kind of medieval.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. I
Probably
was
that
thinking, yeah, I was thinking that would have fallen under like neoclassical as well. That's what I was thinking for you. Because my understanding of neo is like new classical.
See, neoclassical is a lot cooler. Medieval, like it looks like you like LARPing on your spare time or something.
I think what Spotify has done is just like thrown all of this into some AI blender and just said, fuck it, that goes into this bracket, medieval music. Like, what?
I think you're a LARPer on your
A
spare time.
LARPer?
Do you not even know what
LARPer
LARPing is?
Steve?
Oh, okay, maybe I can't be
I
the
know
only one
what
that knows
gooning
this.
is.
This sounds like the nerdiest conversation I've ever heard.
I'm a medieval gooning LARPer.
Should we scroll?
Look,
Yeah, let's just fucking scroll, okay? Let's go to the next one. Age is just a number.
sorry, live action role playing is what LARPing is.
Live
on,
action
guys.
role
Scroll.
playing. Is that like in the bedroom?
Try
Hey,
asking your
role player.
girlfriend if you want to LARP in the bedroom. See how, wait, she's Brazilian, so she'd probably say
God.
yes.
I still don't understand what LARPing is.
I just told you, live action role play, bro.
Live action role
Some
play.
people go to a festival, but not for music, so that they can pretend that they're in the Renaissance ages and like drink grog and
They
do
participate
sword fighting
in
and stuff.
that's a Renaissance fair.
Oh, I have
LARPing, they
seen
actually
that
like
word
participate in
before.
battle.
Oh, I have seen that somewhere.
Of sorts.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyway.
What is
Age is just a
your,
number, guys. What age are you, motherfuckers?
what is your
is it?
listening age?
I am.
I mean, Burb's in trouble with his fucking jazz and neoclassical. Drew?
This is embarrassing. 20.
I'm 19, so you know we're very young. Look at us.
I did see Burbs. This is fucking hilarious.
Oh, you probably can't see that
It's
shit.
quite bright, but
You have to scroll to the next one, right?
Here.
Yeah.
Scroll.
They're making
Oh
us
no, it's
fucking
not
wait for
showing
this
it.
shit.
Fuck. I'm 82.
That's crazy. 82.
82.
We shouldn't even be on the same call. I'm 20 and Steve's 19.
Burb, are you grooming us? This is not acceptable.
I know, I'm an old man.
I was
82.
rather embarrassed by 20.
Metallica rules.
Since you were into music from the late 50s, there's history in your headphones. I don't even like metal music, just old jazz and neoclassical.
Well,
I got,
all right.
since you listen to mostly new music, your taste is trending. It makes me feel a little bit better about it, but I just felt like a fucking child brain when it gave me 20.
Yeah. All right. Next. Oh my god. Okay. So
You're about to get, who's a fucking bomb dropping on them there?
I'm under the Heathrow flight path, so you can hear me.
It sounded like you were about to get a disembodied tyrant nuked there.
No. I've listened to 2,700 songs this year.
Jesus Christ.
Is that actually the exact number?
So it's 2,707.
Okay.
Okay.
2,775.
What the fuck?
Big
I only
balls.
listened to 1,461.
Poser.
What the fuck was I doing for
That
the
is
year?
poser.
Yeah, what the fuck? I don't know.
Now I understand the comments now.
Holy shit.
Says Mr. 85. 85.
Right?
That must be you guys checking out like other genres, like just listening to pop and shit, right? Because otherwise,
We're not listening to the same metal albums, probably, you know.
well, yeah, because it would have to be individual songs. It's not like listening to the same song over. So they're new albums. But if I don't think there's been like a massively different output in terms of who's been listening to more albums in the metal space. So it's obviously music outside of metal, right?
It's probably a case of you listen to the albums from the last couple of years, you're getting into metal. Whereas if I'm listening to music, I might also throw in some fucking The Offspring or whatever. This is not on your radar, but that adds to the variety.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess we'll
Right.
promote that one.
Scroll. So
Make your pick.
top song.
Hold on, let's guess each other's. Wait, I already know yours. If we call out all 5, Steve, call out your 5, and then Burb can guess yours, I guess.
Sure.
Mhm.
My top 5 are all Bill Murray. They are Talking to Your Ghost, The End, Better Hell, Empty Handed, and All Gas.
So I know, so Burb can guess.
Wait, Hate wasn't there?
No.
Damn. I don't know. Better Hell.
Correct.
Oh shit! Really?
I start and finish every single Twitch live stream with that song.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So I've now ticked the thing on Spotify so that my background music playlist will not be counted in my future Spotify raps, because that's absolutely cooked this a little bit.
You can do that. Well, that's...
Yeah, you can do a whole playlist every time that playlist is playing. Because I don't want to not count that song if I choose to put it on. But if it's part of the same playlist of music for Twitch, then I don't want to count the playlist.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's like padding your stats. Doing that.
Yeah, that's a good pick though. That's like my favorite Bill
It's
Murray
a
song.
fucking incredible song. I'm
You know
not mad
what?
at it.
You know what? Just on the padding stats thing, you know what pisses me off? People who have hundreds of thousands of minutes per year. That's like not humanly possible to listen to that much music. And it's like you're actually leaving your phone on during the night, listening to music so that you can have a cool rap at the end of the year. So many people do it.
I don't know if it's cool.
It's absolutely not cool. But in their head, it's like, if I have loads of minutes, I'll be the coolest because I'll have the most minutes.
It doesn't matter whether it's 100,000 or 1,000. It doesn't matter. How you enjoy your music is completely up to fucking you.
I don't think they do it to be cool, but I do think they have a problem. Yeah, some people like 230,000 minutes and stuff. Like, how?
Like, if they are genuinely listening to that much music, it's like, how do you like music? That's my main. If you can listen to 230,000 minutes of music in your, like, unless it is just extremely casual, like throwing it on in the background and barely paying attention to it. But fuck me, that's insane. Anyways, just had to rant about that. I see it every year. It annoys me.
Burb, what are your top 5 songs? In no order. Do it randomly, please.
Look to Windward, The Summoning, Caramel, Utopia by Bring the Horizon, but the lo-fi remix, Emergence, Sleep Token.
Okay, it's Sleep Token.
How'd you
guess,
How'd you
bro?
figure that one out?
You dismissed the lo-fi Bring Me, but it might have been. You might have just put that on loop.
True.
Fuck you. I reckon it's going to be Look to Windward because it's the first track on the album, so I'm likely to hear that the most.
That's it. Okay, I was going to say think about your strategy here, but that was a good one because it is the opener. But try a different song.
I mean, obviously, the one that came out the first might have the most listens for a single, right? But Drew, do you know this?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then Emergence.
Yeah, because it's the first song. Apparently, that's the number one for a lot of people. So,
might be my favorite song on that album. I think it's
really
magical. Very good song.
Well, I would
have
like
you guys
to
seen mine.
No, and I would like to guess it.
Okay, right. Well, I'll give you my 5. So both of you haven't seen anything of mine, right?
No.
Okay, cool. So mine are all Sleep Token as well.
That's what I was about to guess.
So I'll call them out. So even in Arcadia, Emergence, Dangerous, Gethsemane, and Caramel.
Whoa, no Emergence. Oh, wait, you did say Emergence.
No, Emergence. Yeah, Emergence.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say it's Emergence too.
I'm going to say Caramel. I think he's a stickler for that fucking Latin beat in there.
Steve on the money. It is.
Oh,
it
shit.
is Caramel. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Caramel. Yeah. That's the one.
Caramel's a good one.
Caramel.
No Democles, no? Weird.
No Democles. No. That is pathetic. Look at me.
Yeah.
What
How
is
many times have you listened to it?
I will tell you now. I think it was 88 times. So not crazy. I've seen people with like 800 times. Like, holy fuck. I got sick of Caramel after 88 times.
How many times?
88.
Okay.
Not even that many.
What was your top played song?
41 times. Emergence.
41?
That's it.
Wow.
Steve is going to be... Hold on. Let me think about this.
With
How
the
many
Twitch
streams
live
has he
stream?
done? How many streams has he done a year? It's played 2 times per episode. Okay. I'm not going to go too deep into like thinking this out because I could probably get it close. But I'll say 2... No, that's going to be more than that, right? You got to listen to it in your own time as well. 398.
Burp?
I am going to say it's 240.
165. Okay, I feel a little bit better, but still, it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's
double
not as
your
crazy as I
caramel.
was thinking it was going to be, considering it's like part of your Twitch live stream.
Yeah.
I will say though about this saves us somewhat from being the sleep token roundup. Steve saved us a little bit because my guess was going to be that we all had sleep token in our top 5.
Yeah, I've not listened to Arcadia as much as the other albums when they came out. It's not, I think it's excellent, but it's not a go-to for me.
Yeah,
but Bill Murray is my comfort food.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, we have the order as well, if you want to call it the order of the songs. If you go to the next slide, so you can see your top 5. Mine was Caramel, Gethsemane, Emergence, Dangerous, Even in Arcadia.
You absolute sad boy cry wanker.
Oh yeah, I really am.
Gethsemane number 2.
Number 2, yeah. And Even in Arcadia number 5.
Never saw me naked. Drew's like, it's about me.
Oh, God.
You can't make fun of that song, Steve.
I wish I seen Vessel naked.
It's impossible not to.
I know, but people get offended. Lyrics are so personal. Yeah, mine was Emergence, Caramel. Look to Windward, The Summoning, and Utopia.
Amazing, The Summoning is still in there, man.
I was just listening to a lot of Mexico. I actually just ready to show it to my family. I'm like, this song's fucking awesome. I was thinking maybe I might do karaoke for this one because I did Ascensionism.
Just practicing it. Just bumped it up the list in the mirror.
Yeah, that didn't end up happening. I only did karaoke once, and probably that should be enough.
Because in that song, you'll get to the point where you look at the screen and it says 64 bar instrumental. Okay,
I know. I'm like, if I were to do that, I'm like, it would be a good time to hype up the crowd. Drinks everybody
for 64 bars.
You'd have to have a real live set prepared for that song just to fill the space.
Fun, quick story. At my stag do, I got surprised with, suddenly I was doing karaoke in front of a German bar, and the song they picked for me was Sweet Home Alabama, which has long instrumentals in it. And I think I did a robot dance and maybe skanked for a little bit. It was a good time. I told the Germans to sing along, motherfuckers, because I was drunk.
Sing along, motherfuckers, into the robot is crazy.
Yeah.
Sing along, motherfuckers. Then does this guy think he's cool?
Oh my
Somewhere
God,
there's a video that no one will ever see. Anyway,
God.
My top songs: Better Hell, All Gas, The End, Talking to Your Ghost, Empty Handed. Pretty much the order I have them in my playlist for Twitch. Okay.
I have 4% battery left, lad. So let's move this fucking thing on.
Roll.
Oh shit. Okay.
Roll.
Nah, it should be fine. It should be fine. The last 1% battery is always 2 hours
Go
long.
to the amount of albums you listen to.
Yep.
Mine is not that much. 56.
Ooh, 59.
Ooh.
121.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Drew and Burb posers. I didn't listen to a lot of albums this year. That is true.
Okay. My top album was American Motorsports by Bill Murray, because of course I listened to it for 1,600 minutes.
Okay.
Wow.
Any guesses for mine? Based on my top 5 songs?
You're Drew. Here.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go, man.
1,500. Where's my camera? Oh my God, it's over here. I forgot.
Some Even in Arcadia.
1,580 minutes.
Oh shit. 693.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I'm a
You
fake
just
fan.
don't love music, bro.
I know.
I'm a fucking simp.
Okay. My top 5 albums.
Your top 5
Number
what now,
1,
sir?
we know.
My top 5.
Hold up. Maybe we should do our number 1 and then we'll go to our number 2.
We
already know our number 1.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So start off, C. What's your number 2?
Bodies by Thornhill. I have fucking rinsed that. It's one of the best albums of the year.
This
According
made
to
my
many-
fucking jaw drop when I seen this. Somehow, I think Spotify are doing this band a solid because of the AI thing, but Architect's new album is my number 2. I have no fucking clue. I've seen people commenting. Yeah, I did rinse Black Hole. Black Hole is one of my favorite songs this year. I love that song.
That
But-
probably did it.
Everything else in the because I don't have that much music to listen to, so that might have been enough to put it up there. But
Black
it wasn't in
Hole's
my top 5 songs though, so that's why I'm like, it seems more spread out across the album. But like genuinely, it's not Cope. All right, I have no idea. If Architects were one of my top artists, I'd understand and I wouldn't care. But that album specifically has not done it for me this year. I listened to it a couple of times, apparently not. But it's number 2 somehow. I was genuinely like, what?
Wow.
So,
Burp.
Thrice, Horizons West, fucking great album that you guys are sleeping on.
I'm gonna hear that obviously in the next couple of days because I need to. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Interesting. I like Nash. Nash was good. All right, number 3. Now this is funny because my number 1 is American Motorsports. My number 3 album is American Motorsports Deluxe.
there's no fucking way. You are so
I can see
boring
why.
to do this with.
I can see why Steve did not put his YouTube video out.
Just copy and paste it.
They're gonna think I'm a creep, guy.
Yeah,
No,
fucking
again,
hell.
like the background music from my Twitch has songs I've just dragged across from whatever album they happen to be in. And sometimes it's the deluxe, sometimes it isn't. So it looks mad.
Bill Murray just blocking Steve on Instagram. This fucking creep. All right, my number 3 was Skeletor by Ghost.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mine was the homie Alex with Villanova Hit It.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
That is my number 4 album.
Ooh.
You know, I've listened to that a fuck ton.
That is my number 4 album as well.
Oh.
Nice.
Anyway, we
shit.
can't escape the Sleep Token Roundup. So my number 4 was Take Me Back to Eden.
Okay.
I think it was 'cause I was
2
listening to
years ago.
Oh, we
Brutal.
suck. We suck. 2 Sleep Token albums in the top 5 is crazy.
Here's one. Okay. I got my girlfriend a Sleep Token this year. I kept doing it. I kept showing her music and I did it. Okay. So there was a big Sleep Token kick this year.
Yeah.
Own it.
Look, I love the coping mechanism. I was thinking I was doing it as well.
My whole like YouTube video was coping mechanisms. I'm like, oh fuck, another excuse.
Yeah. I literally edited a section into the video of like me slowly drifting because I was coping so hard about the Architects thing that I just like panned the camera back into like some black hole and just muted myself. It just like kind of intensified. It was so bad. I was editing it and it was like 5 minutes of me just yapping about how I don't understand the Architects album, and I was just like, no one wants to hear this. Just mute it all.
That's a
Watch
pretty
that, man.
funny edit.
So good to edit yourself out of your own opinions is incredible.
Yeah, like I
The
literally,
video should have just ended there.
I didn't think about it, but there was so many layers to the edit because it's black hole. I was talking about black hole, and then I zoomed out into a black hole without thinking about that. And then people in the comments are like, "That's genius," and I'm like, you know what? I'm going with that. I meant to do
Know in
that.
your own fucking trouble. All right. Number 5, Skeletor by Ghost.
Ooh, let's go.
Ooh.
We are pathetic.
Yeah, and you said Take Me Back to Eden.
So
right?
obvious. Yeah, I've taken Back to Eden for me is 5.
Yeah. Mine was actually surprising. It was Deaf Heaven with Lonely People with Power,
Ooh.
which we never talk about on the Metal Roundup too much, but
We're cool now. We're now
I've
cool.
never-
that's a
I've
cool
heard a couple
album.
songs.
That's
I
the
don't really
coolest
know.
album that we've read out, to be honest. Not my thing, but it makes us cooler.
Oh, not your thing, eh?
Yeah.
Even the song-
it was all right.
What? Even the song Amethyst or whatever. It's
I
like
don't
a
think I
10-minute
like
song.
specifically clung on to any particular song, so I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Maybe just on an off day, but I really black metal is not my thing. It really isn't.
Oh,
There's
man.
moments
I think
here
I've
and
never
there,
heard
but
them.
yeah,
What's
No,
that?
one song, Heathen, not for me.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
Yep.
It's not really for me. I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10 album overall. It's one of those things that I can understand if you were into the subgenre. I can understand why it might be appealing. However,
What if you're not?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's going to be outliers.
Because
as
I'm
well.
not.
Yeah,
I don't like black metal. I also think it's one of the cheesiest genres. I totally shat on it on the live stream. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be this harsh on it. But Deaf
But you
Heaven
clearly
just
love
fucking
it.
hits. Well, Deaf Heaven it's black gaze, okay? I like black gaze.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
That's the best genres in the world. Yeah, yeah. For the record, I also love black gaze.
They're great.
Sorry.
Can we scroll?
2025, you know. I love that subgenre. It's so good. Because you can only say that you like the genre as well. You can't be like, fuck it. Okay, let's just.
I hate Black Haze.
Oh, it's such a good subgenre. I love it.
Scroll.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh man, I totally. We were laughing too much. I lost it.
Oh my god, my numbers are so bad. Hold on, let me hear your podcast numbers,
Let me
Steve.
go back.
I don't have any podcast numbers. I've not listened to enough on.
Oh my god. So I've
On
only listened
Spotify.
to 12,000 minutes of music because I have 4,000 minutes of podcasts. Oh my
I
god.
use YouTube for podcasts mostly.
Yeah, Spotify for me for podcasts. Holy shit.
Okay, well, I'm out of the next round if you're doing podcasts.
No. We can move on. But do you have more, right? You do have more. It should be the top 5 artists.
I've listened
I
to
got sorry, just going back
690.
on-
Is that Chris Williamson?
Yeah, and I got Chris Williamson saying, "What's up, dude?" Thought that was pretty cool
Why is he?
Most listened to podcast.
because he's got a podcast.
Oh, sorry. I was like, when the fuck did he start making music? I was like, I
He
know
makes
he likes
Black
metal,
Gaze
but
music.
what?
Right.
502 artists this year.
698.
Oh,
Okay.
I had 1,606.
Oh, goddamn.
Jesus. Okay.
That's impressive considering how little music you listen to.
I know these numbers are just
like one
confusing.
song per
I'm 82
artist.
years old. I only like Sleep Token, but I've listened to 1,600 artists.
Yeah. What? Okay. We have to go through this race, I guess.
Yeah, top 5 artists.
Architects are winning the race. Sleep Token have taken over.
Bill Murray, obviously.
Sleep Token.
I don't really know what I'm supposed to
Ghost
do.
and Sleep Token are neck and
Price
neck kind of.
coming up in November. And now my top artist is here.
Yeah. I mean,
Mine is obvious as fuck if you know me. Which
Now,
is
because you're both Sleep Token for number 1?
guess again, Steve.
Thrice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what percentage of global fan are you of Thrice?
0.5%.
Okay, that's pretty high.
ooh.
It's pretty good because they're popular. They're a very well known band, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Mine
Yeah,
is how many minutes, Burb, with Thrice?
949.
Okay.
All right.
Holy fucking shit. Now, when I actually break down the maths of this is silly. So, I'd 18,000 minutes. 4,000 of those were podcasts, which means we are left with, oh my god, my maths is being exposed so hard right now. 14,000 minutes. Correct.
Wait, is it like 10,000 minutes on
Wait.
finish?
Hold on. Let me cook here.
Yeah.
18,000 minutes is overall how many minutes I had on Spotify. 4,000 of those were on podcasts. So that means music was only actually 14,000 minutes. So I'm even more of a poser. And I spent 2,675 minutes with Sleep Token.
That's a chunk.
I am pathetic.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like 10,000 with the way you
No.
wrote it.
I was the top 3% global fan.
But
No.
that's like a seventh. That's a seventh of your music.
That's crazy. That's so fucking cringe.
Is that right? I think so.
Yeah.
Wow. My top artist is obviously Bill Murray. I spent 3,681 minutes with them. Again, Twitch has played a part in that. It's a couple hours a week at least.
Yeah.
I'm a top 0.2% global fan. So someone else is,
Ooh.
I mean, a lot of people I think are doing even more.
Yeah. People leaving their phones on overnight.
What level of Sleep Token fan are you? Percentage
3%.
Yeah, those are rookie numbers. You got to bump them up.
But like,
Yeah.
that's for Sleep Token though. That's a big band.
It's fair.
It's a big band.
Yeah.
You have earned the title as the Sleep Token simp, though.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense now why I was winning some of the Sleep Token episodes. I don't feel that great about doing that anymore. I was like, oh, I know Sleep Token. So yeah, of course I do. Like 10 times more minutes listened. Yeah. All right. Well, top artists. Sleep Token, number 1.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's go
Architects.
through
Number one.
our number twos together.
Okay.
No, we're number ones.
Well,
number two.
mine's Architects too, somehow.
I am Ghost, number 2 after Bill Murray.
Sleep Token, number 2.
I mean, also a factor of this with every Wrapped is that those are early in the year releases. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Ghost Skeleton
Yeah.
was early in the year, even in Arcadia earlier in the year. So that adds up, you know.
Thrice
So if you
came
have
out.
an artist that releases late in the year and you're in your top 5, they did a fucking good job.
Yeah, that's the thing. Thrice came out with their album like November or October.
I think
the fact that they climbed.
Spotify Wrapped only counts up until maybe the end of October or the sometime in October. So it actually cuts off in October, I believe. It's quite early.
Well, then it's even more fucking impressive for my number 5.
Yeah, I may be wrong on that, but I think I looked into that before, and I think it's around October, maybe the end of October. Someone could probably find that out very easily right now, but you know.
Bro, who was your number 2?
Sleep Token. Boring.
Are you all right there, Drew? You're hammering
That
so
wasn't me.
hard.
That was Burb's dog.
That was my dog
Oh.
shaking. Yeah,
But he was
my
typing
dog
the thing
gooning.
By the way, if you're still here in the
Fapping.
absolute weeds of this episode, do make sure you're subscribed because you clearly enjoy this, and we'll have more of these things in future, and it's free to do so.
Nice.
Very good.
All right, let's move on to our number 3.
Yeah. Barb?
Drew's taking too long. Okay,
Ghost. Sorry, I'm just looking at the Spotify thing to see if we can get the dates, but I can't find it.
Okay. Ghost, 9. Burb?
you go ahead, Steve.
I'm Thornhill. Again, I rinsed bodies.
Yeah. Mine was Bring Me the Horizon. That lo-fi album is awesome.
I still haven't heard it. I need to.
It just put on the back, like it's such good background music.
Yeah. They're not stupid. That's exactly what it's for.
Number
Number
4, right? We're back to 4.
4. Yes.
Bad Omens for me.
Ooh.
Something different, I guess.
My
So
number
unique.
4 is Sleep Token.
Oh, okay. Sleep Token is there.
It is there. I think it's probably adding it from older albums, perhaps, but also I think I gave Arcadia a few spins. But yeah, number 4.
Okay.
You're going to like my number 4, Steve, and especially Paul. Deftones.
Nice. Yeah, good album too. Private music.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hear it, Drew.
Bring Me the Horizon for 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're not roasting each other enough. It's because we all
Yeah,
just
we're
kinda-
just so pathetic. It's not even worth it. Like
We did plenty
the comments will just be like, yeah,
a jazz neoclassical 85-year-old.
yeah,
I
medieval
know.
fucking weirdos.
I'm pleased with my number 5.
You have who?
Villanova.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Okay.
Again, like it was late in the year, so it's got a lot of plays to get to number 5.
Yeah.
But
It-
yeah,
that's
they're fucking
so-
amazing.
It's really weird because like Villanova was my number 3 album, but Villanova's not even my top 5. But like,
Yeah.
So my number 5 was actually kind of cool. Was the Scratch.
Nice.
I rinsed the Scratch prior to Download Festival, and then after seeing them live, even more so because I'm like, okay, these guys are fucking awesome. And then the new song, Pull Like a Dog, so good, so good.
Yeah.
It's fun.
The Boys. Yeah. I mean, I did deep dives on every band in my top artists. Like I listened to their discographies across the board throughout this year. I did Bring Me's discography, Bad Omens, Ghost, Architects, and Sleep Token. So that was a lot of listening time accumulated with just doing videos for them, you know?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, scroll.
Yeah. One of your
Oh, this is a
favorites?
word from one of your favorites.
I got Sam from Architects.
Okay.
I got this robot from Bring Me the Horizon.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if you can kind of see that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What's the vague chat from the robot?
I don't know. I muted it. I haven't even listened. I haven't listened to any of this because of copyright.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually had to re-edit my video because of Sleep Token's fucking... It just keeps replaying the same part. So it was a nightmare to edit.
I got a lovely video from obviously Johnny Frank, and he's literally sitting on the toilet being like, I'm about to take a shit, and on a toilet that I bought from your money using Spotify to play my music. He's the fucking best.
No way. That needs to be a
Yeah,
clip. That's hilarious. Holy shit. Which team did you guys get put into?
Oh, what even is this?
I'm in the
Who
Grit
fucking
Collective.
cares? Grit
Yeah,
Collective, same.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm a scout in the Grit
Get
Collective.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
What
whatever.
about you guys? Scouts?
Yeah.
Let's team up. Let's go
Boring.
scouting.
We're all
Well, there we
scouts. We're all,
go. That's
Grit
everything,
Collective.
right?
Yeah.
you're
we do listen to the
9%.
new music on the Fridays when they come out, so that makes sense. So it is tracking something.
My club favorites, Architects, is in there. I blame it on Drew. Between the Bear and Me, the Contortionists, some prog metal in there.
What we could also do, I mean, I
where's
could
mine?
read this out because you guys have to log in, but we have a podcast, and
Oh yeah. I was like, wait.
2025 Wrapped for Creators is here.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me go through my club favorites. So I kind of sound a bit cooler. I have Unprocessed and Meshuggah. And then the rest are just like Sneak Token Architect, Spring Me, and Bad Omens. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You were saving Meshuggah just a little bit, yeah.
And Unprocessed. Unprocessed are cool, right?
Yeah, they're cool.
Froggy. Yeah.
Where are you getting this thing?
If you scroll again, you got like you're in great company. 9% of global listeners are in your club, and then it should say your club favorites. Small little pictures like this.
Okay, right. I see.
Yeah. Are you gonna say yours, Steve?
Oh, sure. Yeah, fine. Villanova,
Steve's over this.
156 Silence, A Day to Remember, Architects, Spirit Box, Sleep Token.
Okay. Nice. Well, that didn't make us any cooler.
No. Well, 156 Silence is fucking cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Spirit Box is cool as well.
Spirit Box is cool.
They're all cool.
Yeah, they're all cool. I'm realizing
cool.
a bit of one.
It is funny how people like specifically pick out like certain things. Like I do it as well, where it's like, it's just your listening habits. It's literally just statistics. And I'm like, oh, that's a cool one. Yeah, it's a cool one. It's like, what?
Yeah.
I need your approval. Time for your victory lap. Yeah, then it's just the little images. Okay, I want to hear the Metal Roundup's creator Wrapped. We just screen recorded for 38 minutes. Good luck getting that file, Steve.
Thank you. I don't have the capacity to screen record this currently, so I'm gonna just read
That's
out.
fine. Just
I'll call out what it says. 2025 was quite a year for you, Roundup. And again, this is just Spotify, so it's not the YouTube, which is mostly where our podcast lives. But we'll see.
Is there a YouTube Wrapped for creators as well? That would be very cool.
I don't see it.
Oh, there's the usual. I think it comes closer to the end of the year. The channel statistics.
Right.
Yeah, we'll probably get that at a later episode.
Our Spotify audience is 3,200 people, which is a lot.
Is that like monthly listeners equivalent to like a band?
Total audience. I think that's individuals who listen to us in 2025. So it's over 3,000 people. It's a lot. It is a 999% increase from last year.
And what's the increase?
Excuse me?
999% increase from last year.
We can bump that up.
Nice. Yeah, we can do better. We can do better.
Come on, guys. Let's share your friends. Let's get to 99,999.
Yeah. What is this fapping in my ear?
It's my mic. I gotta get like a new cord.
Oh, yeah.
Dear. Total new audience 3,200, increase of 999% from last year.
Nice.
Keeps growing. Followers have increased by 999%. It's been a big year for us, guys.
Shit. How many followers do we have? I don't ever look at this.
Well, I guess it's.
I never look at Spotify either.
Yeah. People have listened to the Metal Roundup on Spotify for 420,000 minutes.
Those are crazy numbers, but like
we put a lot of effort into the Spotify, but we don't like push it as our YouTube is our thing. Like, this is just like we upload it to YouTube as its main thing, and then Steve also puts it on Spotify. So to have that like organically is amazing. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Shout out to you if you're listening to this on Spotify. Yeah. Incredible. 7,000 hours of listening time. 292 days. Okay, well, this is just 41 weeks worth of listening time.
How many seconds?
How many years, Stephen?
9 months. Stops at months.
Okay.
Okay. The total listening time compared to last year has gone up 999%.
Okay.
Come on, let's bump this
numbers up. Just round it up to 1,000. Like, you're doing just dirty there.
They clearly have a limit. It's probably more than that. You cracked the charts. Okay. We hit number 17 in the charts.
Wow.
Oh, in the charts?
I've always wanted to be in the charts.
No way. Are you serious? Guys, thank you.
The charts.
You were on the charts for 3 days. Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
Oh,
maybe,
yeah.
You know what? Maybe the George Lever episode did go into like trending on Spotify podcasts.
Possibly.
Possible.
Does it say which chart? Just the chart?
The chart. So that was the global charts for Spotify podcasts. Because we were there only for 3 days of the 365. So I think it was probably that episode that did it.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We charted in the United Kingdom. Okay, it's not global.
Okay. That makes sense. So it's the charts in the United Kingdom. Let's work on that, Spotify. We can do better than
United
this.
Kingdom.
This year, one episode rose above the rest.
Georgie.
Sleep Token producer breaks silence
Yeah.
on their music. Yeah. Thanks, George.
Yeah.
We had a lovely time with you. Come back. 2,700 plays. That's 435% more than your average episode.
This is what I'm trying to figure out. So we had 2,600 plays on that episode, and our like total listeners of the entire podcast over the entire year was like 3,600 individual people.
People could multiple play it.
Yeah,
or like
yeah. But it just
pause, come back
seems
to
like
it.
if one episode is more than likely getting like 2,600 views, I know that could be the same person coming back.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This might be an indicator. So 27% of our new audience discovered us through that episode.
Yeah,
So
we
quarter.
need to hook George up with something.
Yeah.
TMR badge.
What's the next thing? Our show was in the top 5% of videos on Spotify.
That's pretty sick.
That is sick.
Wait, Art?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You'd be surprised how like
So as a
think
video
numbers,
podcast.
yeah, you think your numbers don't sound great, and then you like realize how many people actually drop off after a couple of episodes of doing a podcast. They don't stick with it. What's that statistic? It's like the first 30 episodes. It's like 90% of people drop off before the first 30 episodes. Some shit like that. There's some crazy statistic that probably is just made up.
I have no idea.
But yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. Well, our videos were watched 999% more than last year.
Okay, yeah, they just have a clap on that.
Pump those numbers up. Hot takes, love notes, and everything in between. What does it mean? Yeah, the most comments was on the Sleep Token one. The most used emoji was a thumbs up. Okay. People in the United States left 26 comments. There's a lot of comments on our videos. We need to reply to them.
Yeah.
I replied to some, I think.
Okay.
Okay, next. How many?
So
Your
our
list of
top
past
emoji was a thumbs up. So people just have very strong opinions about what we're saying. Just cheers, lads.
The Metal Roundup via Spotify has been listened to in, this is a brilliant number, 69 different countries.
Oh, nice.
The sexiest number of them
Nice.
all.
Ripped up.
69 countries. That's fucking wild.
Yeah,
Are we like auto dubbed in different languages?
potentially.
Maybe Drew's Indian accent from the last episode translated.
Why would you dub a pod? Okay.
It is a video pod though, right?
Yeah. That maybe. I don't know.
No.
Our top country in terms of listenership is the United States, then it's United Kingdom, then Germany, then Australia,
Oh,
then Canada.
Okay.
wow.
Burbs alt accounts.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that Canada's lacking.
Just 7 phones there playing it at the same time.
We are a top 10 show for 1,500 fans.
Oh. You think they just do top 5 so it actually correlates to how many Wrappeds you're in? Because we're not in a Wrapped for a top 10.
We're in the top 5 of 1,000 people.
So we're in 1,000 people's Wrappeds. Technically, right? No, wait,
Yeah.
no. If they have a podcast thing, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow,
1,000 people.
that's insane.
That's
1,000 people did their Wrapped, and our faces popped up.
But that's not as cool as these 323 motherfuckers who have us as their number one show.
What?
Shout out to you.
300 people have us in
Wow.
number 1. That's fucking insane.
That's awesome.
Maybe we'll regret this, but
Uh-oh, don't say
if
it.
you are one of those people, go to our Instagram. Well, go to your Instagram and tag us in a screenshot of that.
Yeah, show us proof.
I'd love to see that. Just to prove. I want to have 327 or whatever the number was tags. Okay. We'll repost them all. I will.
20% of them binged at least 2 episodes in a day. Fuck yes.
Nice.
20% of our listeners have hit play within 24 hours of a new episode.
Drew just made us lose like 999% goes
This is
down.
why they watch.
Oh, shockingly. So here's the fans of this podcast. Well, guess what they listen to in terms of
Sleep
artists?
Yeah.
Next question.
Number 1, Sleep Token. Number 2, Linkin Park.
Ooh.
Number 3, Architects. Number 4, Taylor Swift.
What?
Oh, Taylor Swift.
We got some
Everyone
Boreas
listens to
Boys, we got to
crossover.
start covering some Taylor Swift then.
Yeah.
Number 5, Bring Me the Horizon. Yeah, well, that makes sense.
I would wager that Taylor Swift is just so popular in terms of numbers that just by default she makes it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's not actually like Taylor Swift super fans watching us. It's just that she's that popular. There's people that have listened to her throughout the year that just happen to bump her into the list.
Yeah, I think you're right. I should stop recording on my phone. I don't need that. Oh my God. Right. So we got some badges.
Yeah.
We're a 2025 Rising Star. This year, your show's growth outpaced 99% of other shows. That's probably just because we kept doing it, right? Like, I think there's some stats on like people just doing a podcast and be like, oh, fuck it, I'll stop.
That's true. Yeah.
We'll just keep going. So that's cool. Marathon show. Fans listen to you for longer than 97% of other shows. Okay.
So our retention's really good. Is that what they're saying? Nice.
You received more comments than 98% of other shows. Keep some comments coming in.
The last one?
We received more comments on our episode on Spotify than 98% of shows.
Okay. Yeah, we should probably start responding to those people.
I've responded to some. I need to do more. There we go. Those are all the stats.
Amazing. I'm really looking forward to seeing our YouTube ones as well.
Yeah.
We'll do that in a later episode. Sick, man.
I don't know how interesting this has been for the viewers and listeners. Let's just go through our own stats. But and I will do a roundup of the year. We're talking, more generally about the year that's happened, etc. But I guess a moment just to say thank you for supporting what we're doing here. Like, we have a fucking blast doing this. And it's so fulfilling to see that it's resonating with other people. Like, that's just incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, thanks guys. We're going to have loads of fun episodes even just before the year closes out. We have some things planned already. We're going to actually, maybe it's a good time to just pose the question, because it's only real ones left here, that we want your input on some end of year content. We have some ideas for ourselves, but I guess throw out some ideas in the comments of what you guys would like to see in terms of, like we discussed earlier with the Nik Nocturnal Awards. Is there a format that you guys would like to see us do? It may not be as you've seen throughout the year, most technically run thing in the world. So maybe try and keep it simple. And we can do some kind of awards show. We'll all be doing, I suppose, some variation of our own awards on our own channels with like album of the year maybe. But if you wanted to see like a collective metal roundup thing, it doesn't even have to be like something that everyone is doing. It can be completely different, that might be unique to us. Any ideas are welcome, so let us know in the comments. Boom.
And make sure that if there's anything we need to do mathematically, it needs to be doable in Roman numerals for the tool that is Drew Fortune.
Yes, and no fucking whiteboards. Look, I even have my whiteboard here ready to go.
Did you get one?
Right back. No, I already had one, but it's fucking massive. So.
You've had that the whole time?
Oh, it's so good.
We do need to buy whiteboards because enough fucking comments are like, just use whiteboards for these games. So like,
it did get to the point where it was like, okay, we're actually receiving some pushback for this. It was kind of like, we'll get away with it. It's fun. It's a part of the charm. And then it's like, okay, guys, the charm's getting annoying. Fucking buy some. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll figure that out. We won't.
Before we log off, I did say we're going to chat about some other stuff that's in the Spotify world. Do we want to have a quick chat about a couple of topical things in Spotify land?
Yeah.
Such as
AI.
Architects.
Second favorite band.
Yeah.
Does anyone know much of the detail? My understanding is that this happened like when the whole AI music thing started initially. This was happening a lot with like bands, Spotify accounts basically getting violated by AI, where AI was essentially uploading music on behalf of the band. And if you were a fan of the band and following the band, you would see the band brought out new music, and Spotify was even like promoting it and saying like Architects new song or Bring Me the Horizon new song. And people were like, oh shit. And then they'd listen to it and it would be AI. But the problem is that I would say the vast majority of people wouldn't realize a lot of this music is AI. Now, if you are a fan of the band, I'm sure you're going to pick up straight away. But the average listener, for the most part, doesn't necessarily pick up on the AI from what I've seen online, where people are sharing AI songs and it's just like clear.
What I understand is how you can create music using AI that sounds like other bands. I can totally understand how you can have AI create a song that sounds like it's an Architects song or a Holding Absence song or a Dayseeker song. What I cannot understand is how that song makes its way onto the official artist account of like Architects. Surely the label has an account with Spotify that this is our avenue for uploading new songs by Architects. How does any fucker else get that other music into that account? I have no idea.
Yeah. It's happened before a few times where like some bands would just like have like a new song and I'm like, oh, like it happened to Era, I'm pretty sure. I'm like, oh, Era has a new song, but it wasn't AI. It was just like some weird other band or something called Era. But yeah, you said something about like you do understand how like, you know, AI band can sound like Architects. Me, I'm like, I don't even understand it. Like, how can we have technology that already can sound like these bands? It's kind of fucking wild when you just think about it, that we have this kind of technology, and it does set like a scary precedent. And just for people that are totally out of the loop, even though I'm sure people understand, but I just came across the headline that says that Sam Carter said this: I can't listen to any more of this. This is a fucking disgrace. An AI song posing as the new Architects release was published under the band's name on the streaming services. But yeah, so
he didn't say that.
That was Orion, right?
Yeah. So this is Loudwire, I think it was.
Or Metal Injection.
Metal
UK?
Hammer UK.
This is Hammer. This Louder Sound.
That was actually an Orion quote. Yeah, Orion actually.
If you scroll down, they posted Orion's video.
They put an image of Sam Carter with a quote, which is kind of misleading, but it's Orion who seemingly said that. He's listening to it like, I can't fucking listen. This is bullshit. But yeah, he's shout out Orion. Like he made a bunch of news by checking that out, and getting frustrated because it's fucking nonsense.
Yeah, but it is fucking insane. Like I believe I've seen something on this before when this was initially happening, because the same question that you were asking, Steve, of like, how is this possible? How are we in a situation where like a multi-billion-dollar company is that easy to infiltrate and just like upload any random song to a band's Spotify page? And I believe it is actually like quite simple from my understanding. Maybe they've done some things to safeguard it, because I feel like if it was really that simple, it would be happening way more than it currently is. But clearly it's still not like safeguarded enough where bands can do it. But like, how is there any loopholes at all? Like, that should be the most sacred thing in the world, because that can literally be the difference between someone never listening to a band again. If they just get like the initial impressions of Architects is like some AI thing, they're like, well, I'm never listening to that band again. You know, it's a business at the end of the day for these bands, and that's insane. You know,
it seems like it's as dumb as if I upload. Anyone can make music, and through the right publisher, you can publish music to Spotify. If I publish it saying artist name Architects, Spotify just go, okay, we'll put it in the Architects camp. Like, that's mad.
Yeah. It's a broken system. That's pretty much what's happening.
It's like me saying, here's my new video, let's upload it to Steve's channel. That's the equivalent of it's like Steve has no say in this, but when he wakes up tomorrow, he has a new video and it's me.
I think the only way that happens in an understandable fashion is that I could, if I wanted to, start a band tomorrow and call it Architects. You can't stop me from doing that. Like, they'll come and maybe do lawsuits and be like, if people confuse you for the real Architects, and you can go into that fashion. But at the same time, I could do that, and maybe that's what they're accounting for. There might be multiple bands or artists who have the same name in like Australia as they do in Venezuela, right? But maybe in those markets, legally speaking, they're safe to have those names. So you have to have a way where they can exist on Spotify and have their music there. And maybe what they do is they combine it, which seems mad. But I guess how else would you decide who has to be Architects UK versus Architects Venezuela? I don't know how they decide to do the naming on that, for example. But like, there's got to be a way to fucking solve this. That's mad.
Yep.
Yeah. There is an answer to this somewhere. I watched the video on this a while back, and I'm blanking on it. I think it might have been like Tank the Tech or Nik Nocturnal maybe speaking about it at one point, and they did actually explain how it happens and the process behind the scenes as to how easy it is to like infiltrate that system. And it's like ridiculous that it needs to be fixed. I want to say it was Nick talking about it at one point on a podcast, but I can't say for definite. But yeah, it's fucking weird. It surely should be like forefront of Spotify's attention to fix that, because it seems insane. Like if YouTube had a problem like that, it would be madness. It seems like Spotify just has many of these little issues.
They have so many issues.
Yeah, AI
like,
related,
even with like just paying out their like artists too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. They're getting heat consistently for what people see as underpaying the artists. What's tricky about that? The only caveat there, like I think artists should be paid more. I do think that, but we're kind of inheriting a system where artists got paid very little from vinyls and CDs, and things were very expensive. And there's different structures to make sure that the labels who are spending the money recoup that money. There's reasons for all of that. So artists aren't getting paid a huge slice, and they're quoting times like, I'm getting like 1 million streams for this song, but only getting X amount of money. Streams and plays is kind of hard to equate to like CDs. Like I could buy a CD of an artist and play the album 1 million times. Does that mean I owe the artist more than the £15 I bought the CD for? Because listened to that many times. So there's kind of a bit of a disconnect there, which is probably why Spotify are kind of getting away with it. We don't really have a system for how many plays someone makes on your song to how much you need to pay them, other than like royalties. And I don't know if that's necessarily fits in the same way in a streaming platform, but maybe that's what they're trying to figure out. So like there's some complications there. But the interesting thing recently that's getting more headlines in videos I've seen on YouTube is Spotify have new rules and terms and conditions, so that if you upload music, you have to agree that Spotify can essentially unreservedly remix and reimagine your music however they want in any form, indefinitely, in perpetuity. Because presumably they want to help train AI models on all of the music that exists on Spotify. And that means taking whatever music you've created and uploaded and being like, mine now to recreate however I like. Which obviously some artists are going, well, that's not okay, because then I'm giving you this, essentially the new digital version of a master, and you can just do whatever the fuck you like with it. And I don't get anything for that. That is tricky as a sell. So a lot of artists are starting to, like independent artists are going, I'm no longer putting music on Spotify. You won't find me there because that's fucked. I understand why Spotify would want to do that. And there's a bit of a race going on for like AI music and the, owning all of that. And I think people need to slow the fuck down and figure out what's going to actually work for everyone, and maybe have an opt-in or out process for certain things, because that seems a bit blanket and mad.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of big labels that are like signing up with it. Like they're totally okay with their bands and songs being remixed. Yeah, that's why. But like that's what's going on too. There's a lot of people clapping back at it. I've seen those headlines too. I haven't really looked into it, but without doing any research, it just seems fucked. Like that seems like such a weird world that we're kind of moving into, where the music becomes more and more artificial and less human.
Yeah, we're cooked.
I don't think we're fully cooked, because yes, there is going to be less money available for musicians and artists to write music, because people who don't care about the nuance will be like, oh fuck it, I'll just generate a song for this advert, and it'll be exactly what this advert needs. And you know what? That's like, I guess it's a digital tool, and you could see it as a machine is just really good at doing what humans already do. You can listen to music all your life, and based on that music you've heard, you can create new music inspired by what you've heard. Now, it's different when it's a machine because it's on fucking steroids, and that's what we're kind of seeing. But essentially, that's kind of what it is. It's being influenced by the music it hears or learns from, and creating new music like that in a really accurate way, more accurate than most humans can do. But I think there's still going to be so much space for human creativity. Certainly at the moment, when you listen to AI songs like we did recently, you can mostly tell, and it's like, there's something kind of not right here. There's something a little bit artificial about it, and maybe that's going to get better over time. I think I expect it to. But the story behind it is going to matter. The people behind it is going to matter. People are going to gravitate naturally and rebel against generic, maybe very satisfying music in terms of the melodies come up with and the whole structures. It might be really great as a sonic experience, but the same way that like a very academic, technical, musical piece is very entertaining and interesting, but it's not going to hit you like the story of a budding artist who has something to say about their experience and how they express it. That will always, I'm confident, trump ultimately that artificial
I don't know
thing.
if I agree with that either, but what are you going to say, Drew?
I was gonna just say that we have a very real life example of a contradiction to, and I think I much the same opinion of you, Steve, but we're seeing like real life examples of where I guess that would completely contradict what you are saying about like people not connecting. Like there's a song going like uber viral at the moment. I think it's called, I don't want to just throw out a name because it's probably going to be wrong, but it's like something Ashes of Eden or something along those lines, or I don't know. Maybe that was the Architect song. I don't know. But it's like a Christian like lyrical song. It has like religious meaning behind the lyrics, and it's gone uber viral. And it's like just this like a cappella screaming vocal, and people are lip syncing it, and like the lyrics are all like obviously touching on a lot of people's heartstrings. So to your point, it is AI. Like I heard it, and like instantly I heard the voice, and I was like, okay, this sounds really good. However, I'm just more alert to it these days. When I hear a good voice, I'm like instantly, okay, who is this? Even if it's not like metal related, I'm just, my brain just is instantly. So I started to look a bit deeper, which is just what most people don't do, which is the majority of people, is that like I'm only doing it because I guess we're so involved in the music space, but the vast majority of people do not do this. And it's not like a problem. Like most people haven't got their guard up in the way that we do. They just listen to something. If it sounds good to them, they add it to their playlist and they listen to it repeatedly, and they will never question it. And that, I guess, is the reality of 99.9% of music listeners, which is where it gets scary.
I think that happens because of it's so new and fresh that most people are not thinking to wonder about that. But I think what will probably happen is that will happen, and anyone that loves that and the song is amazing. And then once they find out, like this, actually, the person doesn't exist. This is just a AI creation thing.
Yeah,
they will immediately have less of a meaningful connection. They'll be like, oh, they'll feel disappointed and kind of let down. Be like, oh, okay, like that's just a lack. And the more that happens, the more people will try and. I mean, not everyone, right? Some people won't give a fuck, but like I think most people will then go, oh, how do I actually find something that's more genuinely meaningful? I hope.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say back to a point that you were saying about that there's still going to be a lot of space for people with like human creativity. And that's where I just don't know if I fully agree with that. Just seeing how other AI advancements are moving through like YouTube and YouTube content, where I feel like just because like you can prompt music, the how fast it's growing, it's like a calculator. Like you literally, how it's working is so incredibly fast that we're going to have an influx of so much AI music that it's going to be oversaturated, that it's going to be harder and harder for human input. And like the weird example that I have is like these backgrounds that I put on my TV. I like to have like, especially with Christmas around the corner, like I like to have like these Christmas backgrounds. It is so hard to find a real Christmas background. It's all AI, and it's getting harder and harder. And I know YouTube is trying to do some things to crack down on this AI stuff, but it's getting harder for these people to even make some revenue, because if it's just some people or some kids that are just doing AI prompts and just like overfilling the space, that's the same thing that can happen with like Spotify, with like people just like filling up so much space. And then also going to Drew's point, these people are probably won't even tell the difference anymore. So it's just going to be oversaturated. And I think that's when there's these rules or something that Spotify needs to put in place, so it becomes an even market for everybody.
Yeah, it should be tagged somehow, like a meta tag of like just a little tiny AI next to the artist name, like just because it's fine to enjoy it, but like it might completely change the landscape. And I don't think it's the same thing as, well, we all had horses and then cars were better, so I'm sorry if you made horseshoes, but like we've advanced beyond that. Like I think it's, when it comes to art forms and expression of humanity, which largely music is, we should find a way to protect that.
Yeah. To Burr's point, maybe we can even wrap on this, but the video example that you gave with your background, when I was over at my parents' house around Halloween, when I walked in, my dad had the TV on with some Halloween artwork on it, and it was the most cooked AI thing I've ever seen. Like the pumpkins were like morphing and shit, and I was like, I got the ick off my dad. I was like, what the fuck is this? And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, and we had this whole AI conversation, and the rest of the family members were just like, Jesus Christ, me and my dad just going at it. And it was just funny to see, like, even my mom looking at it, and she was like, what do you mean it's AI? Like, there's no what's the word I'm looking for?
Sign.
It's like when we look at it, and even harder when you're listening to it. Like that's the visuals I think are easier to spot, but when you're listening to it, that's where it's like, specifically in music, it is really, really hard. We were even struggling with some of the songs, and I think it's the mix. It's like a tinniness to the mix is like the only giveaway. And most people are not listening on the kind of like audio setups that we would be listening on. It's like an AirPod, so you're probably not even going to notice the like tinniness or the kind of giveaway that we currently have, which probably won't exist in a year's time. So it will just sound like a normal mix. So, but like the visual thing was like a really good representation of like the average person. My two parents, like they just didn't get why it was a bad thing. Not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think it's one thing or the other. I think there's a middle ground somewhere. But it was just kind of funny to see. I'm so engrossed in like the online world and keeping up to date with all the modern shit, and my parents just do not give a fuck. And they're like, "Well, it looks cool," and I'm like, "Well, it looks like AI to me." But they're like, "How though? Prove it." And I'm like, "Look at the fucking skeleton morphing." And it's like, "Yeah, but someone could just make that now." And then it's like, it's just, the whole argument just kind of falls apart because it's like two different viewpoints completely, because they don't care and they're not looking deep enough into why it may hurt artists down the line, which is completely fine as well, because they've other things to spend their energy on. And then I probably care too much. So we were just on polar opposite ends of the spectrum. And it was funny to see that perspective, because when you're online so much, you see a lot of the same like mirrored opinions, like, "Oh, this is terrible, this is bad," because we're in music world. So everyone's going to roughly have the same opinion. But then just like the outside perspective can be vastly different.
Yep.
Yeah.
On that note, oh, Steve, you're muted over there.
Yeah, sorry. I was chatting to the wife there.
Yeah. Is it time to wrap
AI
up?
wife.
The AI wife.
My waifu.
Yeah.
Well,
robot wife.
Well, I think we've solved Spotify and AI here. So you're welcome, YouTube, and Spotify. Do make sure you rate us 5 stars if you've enjoyed this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Thanks. I've really enjoyed this. It's been interesting to see what the play count says about our music tastes and what we think, and how much of a Sleep Token simp Drew really is. It's been really good to just confirm that, really.
Yeah. If you're still watching, comment simp. Right.
But yeah, like if you have some interesting takes on the AI world and Spotify and what's going on there, do let us know in the comments. We do read the comments here. So thank you for that. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so. Or if you want some bonus episode content, join us over on Patreon or as a member of this very YouTube channel. So thank you for listening to this. Do come back for another one of these really soon.
Cheers,
Peace.
folks.